Good morning, Murdoch, and I would also like to welcome the Winchendon school community at large as I am speaking today in my role as the district COVID leader. I would like to cover a few quick topics. First off, we've had a couple of COVID scenarios here in the last couple of school days of last week. Additionally, I would like to speak a little bit about our procedures and protocols as we move forward with the school year. And lastly, I would like to speak a little bit, very briefly, on remote options as we move forward with bringing students back into the district. So we have begun to bring students back into the district this morning. We have our students have returned K-2 for those who have selected hybrid at Memorial. And we also have the all programs that are running throughout the district for Toy Town, the middle school and the high school are here in our building today at the high school. We welcome all of them back. Everybody is social distancing, wearing their masks and hand sanitizing. So we're off to a great start this morning, and it feels great to have a number of our kids back in the buildings. It makes the schools feel just like they're supposed to. So first, I know we've had a couple of incidents over the past week where we've alerted the community around some COVID situations in our buildings, and I would like to just take a second to hopefully satisfy any issues around concerns where right now at this time we've had 0 COVID positive incidents in our buildings. We've also not had anyone who has been symptomatic. So I'll repeat, there have been no COVID positive incidents in any of our school buildings, and we have not had anyone who has exhibited symptoms. However, we have erred on the side of caution in a couple of scenarios, most specifically on the day of Friday. We did not have all of the information we needed to make the most informed decisions that we could, so we took the opportunity to simply err on the side of caution. We will always do that as a district, where we take the health and safety of our faculty, as well as our students and the greater Winchendon community, very seriously. And on Friday, we did ask our teachers not to report to our schools so that we could get all of the information. During the time where we were waiting on some additional information, we did sanitize our buildings and our specific classrooms where we had some concerns, but we did come to find we had no one that exhibited symptoms or had tested positive on Friday. So it was nice to kind of get some of those out of the way as we're about to bring students back into our district. What is important for you to know as we move forward is that if we have anyone who tests positive for COVID-19 in our buildings, whether that's a student or faculty or staff, or is symptomatic, anyone who comes in close contact with those individuals will be contacted. We work through our DESE guidance, and we have put that out on our website through our COVID-19 procedures or protocols manual. You will find a link to that in the description of this video. You will also find a way to contact myself, tking, as the district COVID lead with any persons that you know of possibly or concerns that you have around COVID. If someone has tested positive, your student or family, or if we have symptomatic folks, you can reach me at tking@winchendonk12.org. You can also find that in the description of this video. So I think the big concern is if we have anyone who's asymptomatic in our district. I know that there's been some concerns that have come in from families. And if we have asymptomatic individuals who did test positive for COVID-19, then again, close contacts will be contacted around that positive test. So a positive test always takes precedence over asymptomatic individuals. So rest assured, again, we will always err on the side of caution. Additionally, we do work with the local Board of Health in making decisions as to who needs to be contacted, what classrooms we might need to close down, or worst case scenario, if we need to close down an entire building, at which point we will also be working with the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. So we do have those procedures in place. I encourage you to take some time to educate yourself on those procedures. If you do have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Again, you can find my email address down in the description. And in the near future, there will be a phone number that is also established where you can report symptomatic students or faculty can report, as well as COVID-19 positive tests. And we will make our decisions based on that particular guidance that we have put forth. The last piece I would like to share this morning is there have been some questions that I know that have come into the high school and I believe have come into the district at a larger level, and that is whether or not, as we have begun to welcome students back into our buildings, whether your students can still work remote if you choose. And the answer to that question is yes, absolutely. So we will be working under the hybrid model as we move forward, and you've hopefully seen some of our phases where we're trying to begin to reopen buildings, as we've done with Memorial this morning. We're looking forward to bringing Toy Town back into the middle school and high school in the very near future, near the end of November. We're looking forward to opening the middle school in the middle of December and the high school beginning of January. But in all of those instances, you will still have the option to have your child work remote if that is your choice. As always, please feel free to reach out with any questions. And until then, thank you for taking the time to watch this video this morning. Thank you. Have a great day.